Welcome back, everyone, to the Kinston Open. This is the 5th edition, the 2025 version. Look at this gorgeous golf course that we got to rent out for 3 days, Harry. What were your thoughts on that front nine action?
Yeah, we saw a clinical performance from Anthony Anselmo, I believe going 8 under in the front nine. So we will see what he has for store on the back nine. Maybe there's some eagle chances. Maybe we can track that perfect round. The other players falling a little bit behind, missing some of the par threes, going OB on some of the crucial tee shots here. But I've seen so far a very well-designed golf course, a lot of open space, and a lot of great trees for disc golf. I love these gaps, the way they've designed it so far, so excited to watch the back nine.
How about our awesome sponsors as well? Thanks again to Innova, Scorpion Disc Golf, Crom Transmission and Automotive Specialist. I mean, this was just a fun day. We had great weather, back nine coverage here. And here we go with the back nine starting on hole 10. This is going to be a 700-foot hole, and it's a par 4 averaging 3.64.
All right, excited to see it. Anselmo with the box, of course, on that hot birdie stretch.
Yeah, 8 for 9. Have you ever started 8 for 9, Harry? Anywhere?
I think I know where you're going with this. Nantucket this year. Nice little 9 for 9 start. But 8 for 9 on this course looks pretty dang good.
Yeah, this is it's flat just like Nantucket, but it's a little different. The design is clearly different. John Huck is always going to give you a little more elements in terms of trees in the fairways or trees to kind of move around. This is going to be more open. And Nathan Queen having a nice pull there. Got a little limbed, but he's going to be in a great spot. This hole is very similar to hole 4 and actually hole 9. The only difference is that you can take this other hyzer route that Jake Rice is doing. But the only difference is that I believe the second shot is going to be longer than those second shots that you've seen on those previous holes on the front nine. You'll see that this kind of carries for at least another 380 feet.
Yeah, these Jake Rice hyzer lines are starting to become a staple at Kinston right here.
They're going to have to start creating Mandos just because of Jake Rice. And we got Blake Poland here on his second shot, putting a nice pull on it. Let's see if he can get close enough to make the easy putt.
Contacting a tree there. Yeah, we'll see what kind of look he's got. Here we go, catch cam view. Looks like he took something pretty fast there, but nice check skip. Could be wrong, but whatever disc it was, approaching the basket nicely.
He's such a solid player. Dynamic Disc sponsored the right player when they chose Anthony Anselmo. I believe he's currently the highest rated lefty in the world.
Yeah, I don't know. Austin Turner might have something to say about that.
So let's see if Nathan can get a birdie here. He had a little bit of a rough stretch on the front nine. He really needs a birdie here. Bang.
There's that classic Nathan Queen up and down. Great putt indeed. Yanking a chain for good pull.
He really had to stay to the side there and still able to put a hyzer on that without any. Very difficult degree of putting right there. Jake Rice is going to be, I feel like, at least 50 feet here. Yeah. Great stroke there. That looked pretty smooth. He's a good putter.
That's why they call him the BP sniper. Putting it in on the chains from 30.
Tell me you just made that up.
No, No, that's his thing. Might be that's his own little nickname, his own brand he's got.
I love it. I love how all these disc golfers got their own little brand and niche, and it's great to see. And speaking of great to see, how about this 411-foot par 3? This actually averaged the hardest hole of the day almost, because of the fact that it's a par 3, and you have to have all of the distance, or you also might even go OB with that water carry.
Yeah, this is what you call a heat check right here. Elmo's birdied a bunch of holes in a row. Stepping up to this one, you know, getting this, even despite the streak, would be a bonus. And we'll see how close he gets here with the forehand driver.
Yeah, this catch angle is really good. Oh, he's closer than I thought. That's a great pull. He's got all the distance. I didn't know he had 411 on that forehand, Harry. Do you have that?
I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, I definitely wouldn't be throwing forehand on this hole right here. But a couple of those Myrtle Beach holes, I was slinging that forehand out this weekend. You saw it firsthand.
I did. I mean, this is just insane, but with a water carry on top of it. Nathan Queen needs to get that moving. Oh man, I think he just went OB.
Yeah, he said it himself. Not his best execution on that drive there.
Well, I mean, I'm surprised he didn't keep it more left. Like, why would he put the water in play? It seemed like way more risky than he needed to on this one. Jake Rice has an arm. Wow.
Yeah, just trying to think for Nathan. You mentioned in the front 9, potentially coming off a little injury. Hasn't been hitting tournaments as hard, trying to recover from that. So potentially at full health, he can swing that out full hyzer, but maybe wanted to get a bit more flip on it just to get it there and throw it a bit smoother. Probably be my guess, but tough to tell exactly what's going on there for Nathan.
Yeah, this one had one of the highest bogey rates, 26%. And it's just so easy to do if you go into that water. So I'm just surprised that he didn't want to avoid that at all costs. Being the veteran player he is. And so here we go. Anthony Anselmo for the birdie on hole 11.
Yeah, the heat check right here from deep.
Amazing. Look at that smooth putt, too. Kind of reminds me of your putt.
He's on it today. He reminds me of any putt that's going in.
Yeah, like, is there a player that his putt reminded you of? You play with a lot of pros.
Yeah, putting is, speaking of putting. Putting is one of those things that it's very funny. I mean, everyone has a slightly different style to it. It's kind of hard to say his putt is exactly like someone else, but he's got that kind of straight arm style to it. Doesn't use a lot of elbow. It's mainly using the shoulder as a lever and using the wrist as a lever. I know for me, my putt has a bit more elbow involved. But yeah, I mean, it's very classic push putt mechanics. A lot of people have it.
Well, I love hearing that, because that's a great breakdown of his putt. I didn't realize that. You're right. He's really more of a lever than putting more elbow into it, like most people. And we're moving on to hole 12 here. This is a 586-foot dogleg to the right. Almost all of our shots have been to the left. This is the first favorable forehand for the righty, not so favorable for the backhand.
Yeah, Elmo with that traditional righty backhand spin. Just going double opposite there. Looks like a pretty tough angle for him. And we see the righty forehand here from Blake, who I'm sure is happy to see it. Got a very strong power forehand.
Yeah, I really like the forehand play here. I was hoping to see a few more rollers, I'll be honest. Coming in at 586 feet, that you could see from the drone that it was wicked right. If you don't make it around that corner, you can say goodbye to your birdie chance. There's also OB behind the basket. which makes it a pretty difficult hole in my opinion. This averaged 3.62, so I was very surprised how well the players handled this.
Yeah, pretty stock shots off the tee pad for the three of them. Be Anthony looking to be scrambling out of a less favorable lie.
Yeah, he's in the worst position for sure. But look at this shot. Like, are you serious?
Wow.
That was incredibly high, and then for it to fight back, I mean, that's... only a few people in the world can do something like that from that far away.
Yeah, that was one of those shots where you don't really need to know the course to understand how impressive that was. Brilliant angle there, and let's see if he can cash in that birdie.
And Blake Poland got the message here. He really needed to dial in this birdie. He's a few back from, I mean, obviously a very good round for Anthony, but Blake Poland needs to keep in it if he wants to get on that lead card, and he just had a really good upshot there. I think Nathan's going to be a little short there, and Jake Rice is going to be attempting a very similar shot to Blake's, going around it and getting up there very nicely.
All right, let's break down this putt right here. You can see using that shoulder like a pendulum, tiny bit of elbow at the end, just a little bit of flex and extension, and the wrist to finish it off. Unbelievable birdie. And yeah, if you're looking to putt like this guy, that's how you do it.
Yeah, Nathan also getting in on that birdie. Great three for him. A little bounce back, which he needed. And, I mean, he kind of had a textbook approach and drive there, so kudos to him for breaking this hole down very easily as a lefty in a different way than Anthony Anselmo attacked it. Very cool to see. All right, hole 13. This is your first time seeing this hole, Harry. This is 360 feet. You can see that you have to keep it low or all the way around that big tree. The drone is choosing to go to the left of that, and you have OB green on the left-hand side. So pretty tricky shot, but only 360 feet.
Yeah, I gotta say, what a beautiful piece of property. Definitely hoping to see more out of the disc golf from this place because it's quite beautiful.
Yeah, hopefully you can play this one. This is a really good tournament. It was my first time, and I was very impressed by the venue, the sponsors. Again, thank you to Innova. They did a really good job making sure that the baskets were placed in the right spots, and a vast improvement from what I saw last year. I think they were shooting on some old Willow Valley baskets from what I remember.
I know your history with those. Let's check this catch cam angle here for Blake Poland. Subtle flex out of the hand, hunting over that OB green. And yeah, that's how you want to do it.
He's truly heating up. I love seeing those stock forehands from these pros. I don't have it, and when you see it done on film and they get that far, it's just so effortless for these guys. So this hole averaged 2.77. I mean, that's an incredible average for this hole, I feel like.
Yeah, you give some really good players airspace. They can pretty much choose their favorite shot, and we're seeing that on display right here.
Yeah, we just saw it with Nathan Queen's drive there. That was really good. So you can see Jake Rice is a really good thrower, power thrower. The only thing that's really holding him back is his putting in terms of being 1,000 rated, I could tell. Great putt by Blake Poland, getting the 2.
Yeah, quick thing about Jake here. I mean, I think his throwing is not doing him many favors as well. I mean, you can see the power there, but on some of these stock shots, he's just a little bit off. And, oh man, speaking of a little bit off, I was counting that one. Yeah, I was counting that one in for him, but we've seen him swat away the bugs a bunch, both on tee pad and on the green. And maybe that was wrong place, wrong time. Maybe he just missed. I'm not sure, but it's going to be a par on the scorecard. And what a run it was. A lot of birdies in a row.
Yeah, that was incredible stuff. And it kind of unfortunate that he missed there. We would like to see maybe what he could even been able to do, keep going there. But either way, such a hot streak. Let's see on hole 14. This is one of the shorter holes that players are going to have to face on the back nine. Only like 270 feet. Little technical with the two Mandos. Got to hit it through the gap. Shooting off the sidewalk here. It's funny that this hole averaged the same as the last hole, Harry.
Yeah, much more demanding on this hole. You know, the last hole you kind of got to pick and choose your desired shot. I mean, we saw 4 different shots from all of our 4 players. And this one, you got to do one thing, which is throw it down the pipe.
Yeah, Jake got a lot of forward progress on that one. He's actually got the best shot of the group there, even though he didn't like it off the tee there. Nice. So he chooses to do a straddle putt, it looks like, on every putt. Is it just me?
No, that's his natural putt stance, especially from that distance. Not really sure the reasoning behind. Some players might like it better just because it's consistent every time, and some players just putt that way. I'm not really sure, but clean putting from the both of them.
A great stride there for both those players. Let's see if Blake Poland can also get one here. This would be a nice little star frame because Blake's up there, Jake's up there as well. Wow. Clean. Might have to put this one on Instagram. Who did it better?
Well, if Jake can finish this out for us, it'll be a much-needed birdie. And I was mentioning earlier a little bit about his game. I mean, his putts from inside the circle, with the exception of maybe one bad miss, have been pretty good. It's just he keeps putting himself at that 50-foot range, and especially early in the round, if you land at 50 feet in the first 6 holes and you don't make any of them, it can kind of feel like, oh, my putting, but 50-footers are tough. If you can start off with a couple 20-footers, see that disc going in, might help your day out. But he's just kind of had things in the wrong order. A lot of those stock shots have just missed a little bit. On this course with some pretty fast fairways, that could mean a lot.
And this fairway, talking about a fast fairway, this is hole 15, 330 feet. You saw on the drone footage, you could take a left or right hand side. And Blake is choosing the forehand, but the OB can come into play very quick on any skips. You'll see that anybody that's taking the righty hyzer is actually going to get more skips than someone on the left because of the grass versus the pine needles.
I feel like we just saw a pretty accurate example of how Nathan Queen is feeling. Doesn't even go the lefty hyzer line. Going right through the woods. Now maybe he just prefers that shot shape, but I would be willing to bet that a healthy Nathan Queen is probably taking that hyzer the whole way.
It's got to be coming off the injury and making sure that he doesn't do too much. And I get it. You want to keep yourself in check. I mean, anytime you're coming off the first time of an injury, it's very difficult to trust your body. He's going to be the furthest back here. This is his second shot. Getting up there pretty nicely. And I would say that Anthony Anselmo definitely got one of the best drives, and Blake, CTP potentially. Yep, good cleanup by Nathan there. I love his stroke. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love that straddle, but I feel like he just chooses to stick with that all the time, which is, you got to stick to your guns. I mean, any pro player has to really make sure that they stick to their guns. Yeah, he was almost OB. You see that, Harry?
I do, yeah. The way it came in, though, it checked up. I would say that shot's sticking in bounds pretty much every time, but doing just enough. Get the birdie.
Wow, I was wrong. Anthony was actually way closer. Look at that. So dialed on the front nine, the back nine. He's continuing his hot streak. But he might get the course record continuing on this pace. So here we go on hole 16. This is 701 feet. Dogleg to the left. Kind of just split that gap from the tee shot and land in the middle here. And then kind of have another 400-foot pump to get that birdie. You don't have to get too aggressive off the tee because there is a gap, but you totally can. There's really no OB in the way. I like this hole. This averaged 3.53, one of the easiest holes of the day.
Looks like a nice, fun crusher. Should fit all of these guys on the card.
It's got the length. It's got the second shot length compared to some of the first front nine 650 footers that you guys faced. So one more time, going with the forehand. Why not? I don't think you'll see a backhand from this guy the whole tournament. I will give somebody $10 if they see it. Nathan going with the traditional lefty here.
Yeah, he's definitely got the most work cut out for him on this hole.
What would you be throwing here?
Definitely some sort of cloud breaker, nice and low. Getting under that ceiling and taking those nice short grass skips. You could probably get 50, 60 feet at a skip off these fairways, so that's what I'd be going for.
Yeah, I think Jake is kind of getting that memo. Get that big skip. It's a good hole because, again, that gap is fairly large enough, but you don't want to go 100% and get off course. So here we go, Nathan Queen with his second shot. He's got to throw at least 390, 400 to get the birdie here. And I think he's up there.
Nice shot shape there from Nathan.
Yeah, that had to have been his rate there. He throws that really, really well.
Yeah, he's got some of the best control in the world on throwing a nice curvy shot. You know, maybe a few people have him on those straight line punchers, but on getting a disc to go left and right and keeping it controlled, he's one of the best.
Jake Rice is getting up there. And Anthony Anselmo, here's his second shot. I'm going to say he's going to be able to get it within circle one the way that he's been playing the last few holes. Yeah.
It's a pretty good bet.
I mean, he's so controlled. Almost all of his putts have been within circle one, too. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, he's a good candidate for shooting a really hot round at mile marker watching this. I feel like he'd play pretty well there.
Yeah.
Easily.
All right, Blake Poland for the birdie, hole 16. A little bit of a downhill putt, so you can't overcommit, so I can understand that. And you can see he left it a little short. I like that they added the bunker on the right-hand side, kind of where Blake was. It adds a cool element to the hole, just one more element of danger without making it too easy. That's what I love about golf courses. You can do that. Great putt for Nathan.
Yeah, speaking of picking it up on the back nine, I think Nathan officially is heating up now. That putt has looked really good.
Yeah, hole 10 got him really going, I feel like. That was a great putt to start with. hole 17. This is the only par 5 the players face on the back 9. It's 911 feet. Really, the players just want to avoid the OB on the right-hand side. You can see that cart path. I think they extended it past the cart path, more toward the woods. But you can see that it's a 2 or 3 shot hole in terms of getting all up there and trying to get your birdie. This hole averaged 4.34 though. I really think that players understood this hole as long as they got a really good first drive. You have to have a smash of a drive. He's going to be right in the middle there, Anthony Anselmo. You're also going to hear people call him Double A. Love that nickname for him. And Nathan Queen, nice pull there. He's got some good distance, man.
Yeah, this seems like one of those holes that you're not going to birdie it with the first shot. So just got to get in position here and basically play the par 4 from there.
Well, there is the second shot, you'll see that also you have to carry down the hill or be above the hill. So you're going to have to make a decision in terms of exactly how you want to approach the birdie. For a par 5, though, it's a tweener. Definitely a tweener because a lot of people are just getting so far off the distance, off the tee here. Look at how far Jake got here. All right, Nathan Queen, first up, taking his Innova Disc. Throw your best, as they say. And he did. Got the memo. That was a great line. Just a simple hyzer, probably 390. But I think he's going to have some work to do to try to get the birdie.
Yeah, I know Nathan's with Infinite this year, but I don't think many discs in his bag are from outside that Innova factory. I think still bagging a good solid mix of that old Innova with some new Infinite stuff. Of course, manufactured same place.
Oh, I forgot that he is on Infinite this year. Thanks for that. Anthony Anselmo, clean, just all day. Also, I've noticed a lot of his shots really don't take off in terms of the height. It's no more than 15 feet off the ground, almost all his shots.
Yeah, he's got that low release point forehand. I mean, I think pretty much everyone's forehand is going to come out a bit lower, but he gets nice and low to the ground, uses those lower limbs to help him power the disc, and comes off on a nice trajectory to pierce through wind, get those skips off the short grass. Looking good out here. One more shot for the birdie.
Yeah, and you can see Nathan was a little short on that second shot, so that third shot made it a little more difficult for him, especially fighting up this hill. It's a blind shot for a lot of these players here if they're not in the right spot. Pretty easy up and down for Blake. And then Jake, nice job there. So here we go, outside the circle almost, I would say, for Nathan.
I have a feeling this one's going in the way he's putting.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, great back nine. You were right. Playing with somebody like Double A also keeps you motivated. Like, it's hard not to putt well when you have somebody like him on the card, I feel like.
That strong work continues. Where does that put him at for the round right now through 17?
I mean, we've only finished 17 holes, so he's missed 3 holes. And again, what was crazy about that hole was that 74% of the field birdied that. That's incredible. So kudos to everybody playing that hole so wisely. This is hole 18, a really good signature finishing hole. 693 feet, bunkers to avoid from the tee shot if you're trying to go for something big. but also OB going up to the island here. You can see there's a lot of white flags. So players really going to have to approach this with caution. It's one of the trickier approaches, but still averaging 3.66. So the field did incredible out here at this golf course.
Well, I've only watched Anthony par 2 holes at this point, so I think he's actually 15 down through 17, which is one heck of a pace. So chance to get to 16 under, which you alluded to course record. Not sure who else has come here before, but I would say 16 under has got to be close.
No one's come close from what I saw in the previous tournaments. I mean, we're talking about 11 and 12. Even the year before, a lot of people weren't even coming near close to double digits 2 days in a row. So I like this tee shot because you can totally go out of bounds or into the hazard very easily if you don't have a controlled shot. And a lot of these people are just going to be throwing that 375 fairway in terms of distance. And I just think it's the second shot that makes it so awesome, this hole, in terms of because you really can't even see the green. It's almost blocked because there's a little bit of a hillside the whole way. You can see right here. Might be short, I can't tell, but I think he's safely past the cart path.
One last chance for Nathan to cash a birdie on his hot back 9. Gets the green flag. See what he's got from there.
What do you think of this hole and the approach for 18? The fact that you can't really see it.
I like it. A lot of this course has been very straightforward. Coming on 18, wanting to finish with a birdie. See if Elmo can do it. Oh, he hits a tree.
And he still gets the green flag. Thank you, spotter. That was pretty awesome to have spotters out there making this a lot easier to tell rather than walking up and not knowing the whole time. Yeah, so got a very fortunate flag there, I feel like. That thing was going OB.
Great shot.
Well, Blake shows you how it's done. Great round for him. If he gets the birdie, he'll shoot -9, which is really good, but I mean, not as good as this guy.
Wow, that was his chance for a 16. But I think he'll be happy with 15 of them. I think nobody can complain about that, even with a par in 18.
15 would be a 1065 round for this kid. Going back to Blake's round -9, that's 1020.
Wow. Oh, Nathan. Shout out Jake for finishing on a birdie. Wasn't the best round for him, but we saw the flashes, a little off here and there. But seems to be a bonus birdie on 18 for him. It's good job. Hopefully can see some momentum heading into Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 3 days long, so first round really doesn't mean much, but when you are on fire like Anthony Anselmo, it really does mean much. You're starting off on the right step.
Yeah, man. Thanks for bringing me along. Awesome to check out a new course. Always enjoy doing commentary with some surprises and twists and turns, and great to see the highlight show from Anthony Anselmo, and as well as some other good moments from the rest of the card. So yeah, definitely check out round 2. We have him at 15 under, and we have Matt Thompson coming in at a 13 under. So only 2 strokes off the pace. So we definitely hasn't won the tournament yet, even with that crazy round. Going to be interested to see what he can do for the final 2 rounds.
Yeah, Matt Thompson shot a 1050 minus 13, so nothing to sell him short about. And Jamie Keep also with Whit Stevenson shooting minus 11, so 1030 rounds. Very well done there. Again, thank you for staying tuned, everyone. Harry, thank you for being here, checking out this course. We hope to see you maybe at this tournament next year. I really think it's a fun venue, and Scorpion Disc Golf did a wonderful job. Innova Disc Golf, thank you for sponsoring it, adding $3,000 added cash. We'll be back next year, and we'll be back for the second round. Stay tuned, everyone. Awesome round, by the way. I am so pumped for you. Minus 15, right?
Yeah, it was a pretty solid round. I'm feeling pretty good. Disc was coming out pretty clean.
Is that one of the best rounds ever that you've had here?
Here, yeah, I think right now it might be my highest rated. I guess that's unofficial, but I think by like 1 point. It's highest
What
rated.
is it? Tell us.
It was 1066.
Oh my gosh, 1066. This guy made it look so freaking easy. We hope you guys enjoy the coverage here. And how many times have you played this particular tournament?
This is my 3rd time playing the Kinston Open.
3rd time?
Played in, I guess it was 2022, 2023. Didn't play last year, but back this year, and I'm happy to be back.
What's really working for you this year? Because I've seen you play a few times. I feel like you improved on your control so much more, and your putting was insane today. What's the key and the secret to your success today?
I think out here, I was feeling good hitting like the 400-ish, like kind of like distance control lines. That's been working really well, and then I've been putting really well. I missed one today that it was just a miss, nothing about it. But I hit some good ones too. And then like the like 350-foot up shots have been feeling really nice, and that's kind of what you need out here, because you're gonna throw some shots to some spots and still have to do some work to get your birdies. So those are working well. Yeah,
coming in at 10,500 feet long course. I don't even know what the par is. What is it, par 69s?
I want to say like 66.
66? All right. Well, you absolutely destroy it. Best of luck, round 2 and round 3. We're going to see a lot of coverage from you, I feel like.
I appreciate it.
And there's talks about having a lefty battle, skins battle, with you, Austin Turner, and then maybe a few other surprises. So we're going to have to keep that on our radar. Make sure to watch our Greatest Media team. Awesome job. Keep an eye on this guy. He's going to be shredding it.